Hello, welcome to Weekly Budgie, where we make tips and tutorials on how to take care of your budgie. In today's video, we'll be teaching you guys on how to train your budgie to target. First, try to get a stick, so that way they'll be able to have some kind of point of reference. Next, have some treats to reward them when they do the trick right. First, you have to have your budgie get used to the stick. So to do that, you just have the stick a distance away from them, and have the treat on top of the stick, so that way your budgie will be encouraged to get close to it. Once your budgie is used to seeing the stick in the cage, have it next to them with the treat still on top of the stick, so that way they won't get scared of it. And we'll be using Pixel for this trick because Pixel is the most experienced one with this trick. And I know my hand's blocking the camera, but make sure that your budgie actually goes near the stick and then give them the treat, so that way they'll know that if the stick is there, they'll be able to get a treat. Make sure your budgie gets 2 or 3 bites out of its treat and then move the stick to a different location. After your budgie is used to the stick, make sure they actually touch the stick with their beak and then give them the treat. Don't give them the treat unless they actually touch the stick with its beak. So that way they'll be able to do the trick right. Then move the stick to a different location and with the treat still on top of it. And this trick is actually very beneficial for your budgie, because if your budgie is very stubborn on stepping up, this trick will actually be able to help them. And keep practicing this with your budgie until it's fully used to this trick. It actually took Pixel less than a week to actually master this trick. Every budgie is different, so you have to have patience with them. Then after your budgie is fully used to this, try having the stick in a farther distance from them and make sure that they come to it. And if your budgie doesn't want to go to that distance, then go back to the previous step and continue practicing with them. And keep doing this with your budgie, especially with your stubborn ones, because this will also teach them to trust you. And if your budgie doesn't want to go to a certain location, then move it a little bit closer to them. This might sound surprising, but Sky was actually the first one to learn this trick. But later she just stopped, and I later started teaching Pixel, and then Sky continued doing this trick after. And don't worry if your other budgie doesn't want to do this trick, because if they see one budgie do it, then they'll learn that it's safe to do it. And also use some encouraging words to your budgie, so that way you'll be more encouraged to do this trick. And sorry that I didn't upload last week. I was teaching all my budgies this trick, which took about a week. And I didn't want to record them because they actually get camera shy with new tricks. And keep practicing this trick with them because it's a good brain exercise for them. And after they fully master the target training, try having half a millet on your hand and have the stick slightly out of the cage, so that way they'll be able to learn to get out the cage. And if your budgie doesn't want to get close to the stick, then have the stick closer to them, so that way they'll feel more comfortable, because they feel that their cage is their safe place and that getting slightly out of the cage is bringing them closer to danger. And doing this training exercise will teach them that going slightly out of the cage is not a danger to them. And once they step up on the stick, just have them a little bit outside of the cage. But don't actually get them fully out of the cage. After you're done, just put them back on the perch or ladder. That's all for today's video. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share. Alright, see you guys next week. Bye.